happy Gudi Padwa to all of you. Yes, I am dressed like a typical Maharashtrian woman. After all, इतने साल मुंबई में रह के मैं भी महाराष्ट्र मुलगी बनी गई हूँ, right? So आज के दिन मैंने कहा घर पे हैं and why not do justice to this festival? We are celebrating Gudi Padwa today, but we also have to do it in the right spirit. So whether it's dressing up, whether it's the kind of food we make, whether it's the kind of chat we do, everything should say Gudi Padwa, right? So happy Gudi Padwa once again to all of you. आज का दिन actually Toddler Tuesday का दिन है, तो मैंने सोचा कि क्यों ना इस फेस्टिवल को इस वंडरफुल कॉन्सेप्ट के साथ मिलाएं. और आज सिर्फ मैं नहीं आपके साथ गुफ्तगू करने वाली हूँ, रेसिपी दिखाने वाली हूँ. आज मेरे साथ एक बहुत ही स्पेशल गेस्ट होने वाली है, बिकॉज मैं काफी दिनों से टॉडलर ट्यूसडे कर रही हूँ. हर ट्यूसडे को आपके साथ एक अच्छी सी रेसिपी शेयर होती है एंड आप लोग ने उसे इतना सराहा है, आपको इतना अच्छा लगा है. आई गेट सो मेनी मैसेजेस. I thought, why not add another element to it? Why not add an element of learning to food? हम recipes हमेशा बनाते हैं बच्चों के साथ, and young mothers, toddlers mothers are always trying to figure out कि क्या करें कि बच्चे भी busy हों, खाना भी अच्छे से खा ले, फंसी भी ना रहे खाने के बारे. तो it's a bit of a tough combination, right? So मैंने सोचा कि क्यों ना try and be a solution for them. क्यों ना try and be give them some kind of fun ways to make this happen in a fun way. So that's what today's Toddler Tuesday is about. Apart from outfit, how do you people like it? This is a Nawari sari that I'm wearing, and मेरे घर में और मेरे बहुत अच्छे अच्छे दोस्त हैं जो महाराष्ट्रियंस हैं, तो सबने कहा कि आज तुम बिल्कुल नवारी साड़ी पहनो. तो किसी ने मुझे अपनी नवारी साड़ी दी, किसी ने आके मुझे तैयार किया, एंड इट वाज नाइस. मेरे नेबर्स ही ऑफ कोर्स, अभी तो लॉकडाउन के वक्त में बाहर नहीं जा सकते हैं. सो इट वाज फन गेटिंग रेडी. बाय द वे और भी बहुत सारी ज्वेलरी मैंने पहनी थी जो मैंने फाइनली निकाल दी, क्योंकि मुझे लग रहा था कि मैं बहुत ओवर ड्रेस्ड हूँ. बट आई होप यू लाइक दिस लुक, and I'll quickly say hellos to all of you before I join my wonderful guest. Hi Nancy, hi Asa, hi, hello Sona, hi Saraswati Khampata, hello everybody. So good to have you all here, and a lot of people are asking me who is my guest today. So let me introduce my guest to you today. She is in fact my South Mumbai neighbor. और अगर लॉकडाउन का वक्त नहीं चल रहा होता, पैंडेमिक का वक्त नहीं चल रहा होता, तो शायद आज वो मेरे घर पे होके हमने ये साथ में किया होता. बट वो भी एक बहुत ही अच्छी एजुकेटर हैं. शी रन्स समथिंग कॉल्ड रचना's फन क्लब, एंड शी इज बीन एन एजुकेटर फॉर 20 years. इनफैक्ट इस पैंडेमिक में पिछले 2 सालों में उन्होंने बहुत सारे बच्चों को पढ़ाया है, सिखाया है, एंड फन वेज में एक्टिविटीज कराई हैं. व्हेन आई से एजुकेटर, आई डोंट मीन कि वो स्कूल की टीचर हैं. मैथ और फिजिक्स और ज्योग्राफी और इंग्लिश भी सिखाती हैं, बट बड़े अनोखे तरीके से. सो विदाउट मच अडू, लेट मी फर्स्ट एड हर एंड देन शी कैन इंट्रोड्यूस herself to you guys. So let me thank you, Sonal. I'm glad you like my sari, my Nawari sari, and now I'm going to add my guest, Rachna's fan club. So while we wait, Shivani, hi, thank you for the fact that you like my sari. And there is Rachna. Hello.
Hi Amrita. Oh wow, you're looking gorgeous.
See, I told you I'll dress up. By the way, Rachna is married to a proper Maharashtrian family, but खुद वो पंजाबी है और मैं literally सरदारनी हूँ. Everybody knows that. तो हमने ये fun combination आज किया कि I will dress up like a Maharashtrian, and she I think is half Punjabi and the nut is the Maharashtrian.
I've got the nut on.
It's looking lovely. I couldn't wear the traditional nut because मेरा जो नाक का hole है वो बंद हो चुका है.
मेरा तो है ही नहीं.
So I had to get the clip on. So I said, something is better than nothing, right?
Absolutely. My mother-in-law always comes to my rescue for any of these things. So मैंने आज पहन लिया है. बाकी मैं पंजाबी हूँ, लेकिन everything else is half Maharashtrian, half Punjabi.
You're looking lovely, and I'm so glad we are finally together doing this.
Absolutely. Looking
So
forward.
I have already given a bit of an introduction to you, Rachna. I would like you to, once again reiterate what I have said, and if you would like to talk to everybody and tell them exactly what is it that you do before we start off with our recipe. Okay, then once you introduce yourself is when I will introduce the recipe.
Awesome. So, hi everyone. It's lovely to be here. I'm very excited today to do this with my dear friend Amrita. और actually, मेरे से ज़्यादा घर में सब बहुत excited थे. Amrita, for that I'm doing this, and especially all the mums and all my in-laws and my mom and my sister and everybody, because everyone follows everything you do. So they are, yeah. So I don't know who they are here for today, but we. But we leave it for the end. I'm going to ask them that question later. Thanks so much for introducing me so well. Just to let everybody know what we do, I have been doing this for the last 20 years now. And my main aim in doing anything that I do with children is that they benefit from whatever we do. And honestly, Amrita जैसे कहते हैं ना, सब जगह सब कुछ होता है और तो सब जगह learning भी होती है. We can learn no matter where we are. So honestly, what better place to do this in the kitchen when you're cooking, when you're having a dinner, when you're having a lunch. There's literally learning in anything and everything to do. I just got off a session with children where we had so much fun with bubbles. They made their own bubbles.
I love bubbles too.
We all do. I had a very good time as well. So they were touching, feeling, experiencing, using all their five senses. And that's pretty much the foundation of anything that we do at Fun Club. I have actually merged a lot of methods. So whether it's the Reggio Emilio, whether it's the playway method, सबको साथ में लेके मैंने अपना एक खुद का तरीका बनाया, which works beautifully because I get a lot of response from children and parents. So obviously there's something right that's happening there.
Of course, I've heard a lot about you, and I know you personally. I'm fortunate that you're my friend, so I know what wonderful work you're doing. And that is why we thought of this concept. I thought let's make Toddler Tuesday a little more valuable to our toddler mothers, which I was telling everybody. So start करते हैं so that you can understand. When I say you, I don't mean you, Rachna. I mean the audience can understand what is it that I'm planning to do. And what we are planning to do. So the idea is that I'm going to make a recipe today. And क्योंकि आज गुड़ी पड़वा है, क्योंकि आज मैंने नवारी साड़ी पहनी है, which I'm loving to just show off because I never get the opportunity to do something like this. तो आज मैंने कहा कि गुड़ी पड़वा में अगर पूरनपोली ना हो तो कैसे मजा आएगा. बच्चों को भी पूरनपोली बहुत अच्छा लगता है, लेकिन उसे मैंने थोड़ा सा twist दिया है because we're making this for toddlers. So I want it to be bite-sized. I want it to be, because it's bite-sized, it becomes a small portion and it's, not too overpowering for a little baby. And I also wanted to make it fun so that अगर बच्चे आपके साथ kitchen में हैं, festival is also about bonding with the family, right? तो अगर बच्चे आपके साथ हैं, आपको kitchen में help कर रहे हैं, तो और भी मजा आएगा. So we are going to make Puranpoli bites. And no, we're not making Puranpoli bites. What is the name? You know it, Rachna.
We're making Puranpoli Bruschetta.
Bruschettas. Yes, we are making Puranpoli Bruschetta. I'm so used to putting bites in everything.
बिट्स ही हो गए ना, छोटे ही हो गए.
Technically bites ही है, हाँ. Technically bites ही है, लेकिन Bruschetta sounds even more exotic. So why not call it Bruschetta? But Bruschetta के जैसे जो toppings होंगे वो बहुत exciting होंगे. And we're going to do it right here. So, shall we begin?
Yes,
you have your things ready?
Can you see it or you want me to just?
I can't see it at all.
Okay.
I can't see anything. And I'm also quickly, while we're setting up, just say a quick hello to everybody who's joined in. Sarah Rachna is looking so beautiful. Hi, Gudi Raichand. That's my mother-in-law, darling. And she loves it. She was taking out my nazar when I got ready and came out like this. Hi, Paramjit Kaur. Hi, Ashish. Hello, everybody. Naughty boy, Rashmi. Hello. Can we see your attires? Both of you, please. I showed it to you, but I'll take some nice pictures so you
I should be standing up since you're standing, Amrita.
Yeah, you should also be standing up.
I'm gonna stand
right? So let them see the lovely outfit that you're wearing. Oh, that's stunning. That's stunning.
तो थोड़ा पंजाबी और थोड़ा महाराष्ट्रियन.
I can see that. मैं full आज महाराष्ट्रियन हूँ, लेकिन जो पंजाबी एंगल और ट्विस्ट आज का है, बैसाखी है आज, बैसाखी कहते हैं ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਘਰ हमेशा कड़ा प्रसाद बनता है बैसाखी वाले दिन. तो यहाँ थोड़ा सा कड़ा प्रसाद मैंने बनाया, और जिनको कड़ा प्रसाद की रेसिपी चाहिए उसकी लिंक मैं आपको बाद में शेयर कर दूंगी. तो आज मैं महाराष्ट्र में 95 से हूँ, 1995 से. So I think to a great extent I can also call myself a Maharashtrian mulgi.
Absolutely.
So I thought of celebrating, Gudi Padwa today with aplomb. All right, so I can see a lot of things on your table.
Yeah, I have tried my level best to get everything here. अब दिख रहा है Amrita? Can you see everything?
I can see everything, but I think when we start the recipe, just bring it a little close to the camera so we can see it. I think all the people can see my tawa more than my ingredients. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of a show like this of the ingredients. Okay. So here is gud. ये है घी जो मेरे घर में एक्सेस में यूज होती है, बिकॉज मेरे बच्चे को घी बहुत पसंद है. यहाँ है आटा, यहाँ है डेट्स, कुछ नट्स हैं if you can see, and there are some fun sprinklers which, sorry, I forgot to tell you, Rachna, I wanted to add this little fun this thing. You have mangoes, because initially we had decided to use mangoes. Yes. So okay, so you can do the topping with mango, and I'm going to use some colorful sprinklers, and then you can talk about color at that point.
Absolutely. Amrita, मुझे ऐसे लग रहा है कि रोल रिवर्स हो गया, क्योंकि मैं आपको दिखा रही थी मटेरियल.
Well, that's the way it's going to be today. Literally role reverse. Because, frankly, Rachna, this is what I do, and this is what. One second, I just need a sip of water. जब भी मैं बच्चों की recipes दिखाती हूँ, I mean that's what people know me by. I've always been doing children's recipes. I've always insisted and emphasized that it's children's recipes. A, have to be easy. B, absolutely, they should try and involve children as much as possible. And C, they should definitely be healthy, but children should get no clue about how healthy it is. Okay, so in that sense, I always tell parents to fool their children, because अगर आपका बच्चा मेरे बच्चे के जैसा है, जैसे जहाँ पता चल जाए कोई चीज हेल्दी है, तो वो जितनी भी टेस्टी हो उसे पसंद नहीं आएगी. So okay,
Amrita, whenever we do any cooking with the children, especially with me at home, मैं तो हमेशा दोनों लड़कियों को खड़ा करती हूँ. The older one doesn't like to cook, but she likes to eat it, so she's my tasting assistant. Yes. So that also helps. And
that also helps. You need somebody to try out your experiments, right? Okay. Absolutely. So मैंने काफी सारी चीजें ready रखी हैं, because today is about showing you how we can merge food with learning. Okay, how we can bring this aspect, and even though it always happens, I always talk about it. Today I thought that if we do it in a more maybe I can call it a systematic way, or maybe in a more emphasized way, I think it'll people will understand it better. So let's begin with the recipe. तो ये पूरनपोली जो है, इसका जो डो है, ये यहाँ मैंने तैयार किया हुआ. यूजुअली मैदे के साथ बनता है और उसमें हल्दी पड़ती है. तो अगर महाराष्ट्र देख रहे हैं ये, तो उनसे अच्छा तो मैं पूरनपोली नहीं बना सकती हूँ. तो इसलिए आई एम नॉट इवन बॉदरिंग एंड ट्राइंग. तो डो मैंने लेकिन आटे का बनाया है, जिस रेगुलर जैसे हम घर पे रोटी का आटा बनाते हैं. एंड यहाँ पे मेरे पास गुड़ और चने दाल का मिक्सचर है, जिसमें थोड़ी सी इलायची ऐसे पका के साथ में हमने ग्राइंड करके इसको रेडी रखा है. Alright, so
I'm going to just adjust my camera. Sorry, 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Adjust it.
Okay, no problem. And here are my ingredients, if you can see it there. So this is what we are going to use. And since I am making Puranpoli Bruschettas, what I have decided कि usually जो Puranpoli होती है वो बड़ी होती है, round आप बेलते हो. तो यहाँ मैं छोटे छोटे pieces ले रही हूँ. इस तरह से छोटे से बॉल के डो के बॉल्स ले रही हूँ, और उसके अंदर मैं ये पुरनपोली का स्टफिंग जो है उसे अंदर डालूंगी, ठीक है? And I will put it in like this. So these are going to be mini Puran polis, but I'm going to give it a little oval shape. जैसे basically garlic bread का जो shape होता है ना, literally we are going to attempt that.
That is fantastic.
तो अभी तो just ball बना है, and then I do have a rolling pin here. Now I'm looking like a typical Maharashtrian mulgi. But I don't think I need to use it on the Puranpoli. And since we're doing छोटू ऐसा हो सकता है कि जो अंदर की stuffing है वो निकल जाए बाहर, but it cooks quite well. I've tried it before, so it comes out quite nice. So हाथ से ही मैं इसे इस तरह से shapes दे दूंगी, and I'm just extending it.
आप जो कर रहे हैं is fantastic for children for their fine motor skills.
Yes, so, and I was waiting for you to jump in here.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
No, I know. I thought first I'll, throw it to you, but I knew you will not be able to control yourself for too long. I said, "Khudi abhi bolegi," and let it come naturally, because that's how, you realize that how these little things can make so much of a difference.
In fact,
yeah, carry on. Tell them.
In fact, when we are actually, जैसे गूंदते हैं ना आटा, उस time that is the best, because we're literally using all our senses at that point. So मेरे पास आटा है यहाँ पे, दिख रहा है सबको? Is that okay?
Yes, yes.
So the fact that we can touch it, how does it feel? It's feeling grainy on my hands. फिर आपने नमक भी आपके रेसिपी में है ना? So what is the difference between when I hold, in my fingers the salt or the atta? What is the difference in the color? Smell to nahi hai, fragrance hai. So there are so many things that you can do in the kitchen with the children to get them to actually learn so much more. And then it's all science, right? So a lot of times I get a lot of parents who are saying, but my child is only 2 years old, how can I do a science experiment? But this is all science, because ये आटा ऐसे तो नहीं दिख रहा जैसे आपके हाथ में है अब. It is looking completely different. So it's changed its texture, its consistency, and it gives children, like we do stories. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Recipes just like that. So you are somewhere in the middle now.
Somewhere I'm in the middle, and are you making it with me or not? I had challenged her, and I said, you belong to a Maharashtrian family. In fact, मैंने ये भी बोला कि तुम घर में पुरनपोली बना के मुझे भेज दो. हाँ, but she didn't agree.
मैं जरूर भेज दूंगी. इसके बाद मुझे रेसिपी ठीक से दिख रहा है कि मैं बना के भेज दूंगी.
Okay. So this is about the dough. Now, what about the filling? You were speaking about, even the sense of smell. So इसमें जब हम इलायची डालते हैं, I know it's a really advanced aroma for children, but do you think they can relate to an aroma like ilaichi? Like, will they understand what is this aroma?
Absolutely. Yeah. So what I do is I always tell children to shut their eyes, and a lot of times they ask me, why, if you have to smell or you have to hear, why are you asking us to shut our eyes? But the thing is that when they shut their eyes, they're actually activating the other senses. It's heightened smells and what they can hear. So अभी ये जो इलायची मेरे पास भी है, and this is what is amazing for children. Okay, so it's called the pinching fingers. I call them pinching fingers and make them pinch their cheeks, and they love it. They pinch everybody else's cheeks also. This is excellent exercise for them. All of this, Amrita,
I don't think you need to teach them that skill. The pinching skill they're born with. They pinch their mothers first, then they pinch their brothers and sisters, then they go pinch their daddies. My son used to love pulling cheeks of my daddy especially. But I'm not my daddy, his daddy. But I finally told him, I said, my skin is going to get spoiled, so you're not allowed to touch. So he goes and does that to his father and his daddy, and they allow him.
That's fantastic. So naturally it comes to them to pinch. So I'm using my pinching fingers right now, Amrita, to open up the pod, right? And अंदर फिर जो दिख रहा है,
थोड़ा सा पास आ जाओ ना. Get the camera close to your fingers, please, if you can. So then we can really see what you're doing.
Abhi, is it better?
I'm doing this.
Okay, is this better?
Yes, much better.
So we're only using our pinching fingers.
Okay.
And then they are actually doing a couple of things here. So we've got ilaichi dana. They're smelling it, right? We're also counting here. So maths aa gaya beech mein. We're counting how many have we got, how many seeds are there. And we're also getting the smell. So when they take a whiff, you know, and then I've got ghee here. Abhi ghee aap bhi dalne wale the na?
Yes, डालूंगी.
डालूंगी. अच्छा. So ghee again. You know, ghee का smell मुझे तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है because बचपन से I had ghee on everything. It's so healthy that my mom put it on everything for us, and she still complains कि बच्चों को घी नहीं देते. You've had ghee all your life, you should give it.
So I think, you know, this is a wrong notion about ghee. Ghee is actually very, very good for us. It lubricates your bones. It really is good for skin. So obviously, I mean, आप एक लोटा घी खाओगे जो कोई नहीं खाता है, it's not going to be healthy. But all of us have to have some amount of fat in our diet, right? On a day-to-day basis, हमारे घर में सब्जियां बनती हैं, दाल बनता है, जो हमारा खाना बनता है वो fat में बनता है, right? So you can choose what you want to make in ghee. पराठे वराठे अगर मेरे घर में बनते हैं तो वो हमेशा सिर्फ घी में ही बनते हैं. I mean, there is no question about it. Because some things are meant to be had with ghee.
Absolutely. And Amrita, for all the mums who are listening in today, who are already big fans of you and all the wonderful stuff that you teach them, I also actually follow you and use them at home. That's my confession that I have done that for a very long time, and I know a lot of other people also just love. In fact, when I send messages out, they're like, "She's our favorite." I said it makes words.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
All your wonderful moms who love you, this is for them. Okay, you know, when you're actually with the children and you're talking about things like we were talking about the fragrance or the smell or the odor of the ghee or the lychee, you know, how it changes. Every day when you're doing things with the children, you can just experiment with just about anything. And a piece of advice, I know it's very difficult, Amrita, you know, parents and mothers sometimes get, oh no, but it's getting messy. But, you know, in that messiness, the children learn better. So let them get messy.
Yes.
Allow them to get messy. Mat kar do niche jo bhi hai. But what Amrita is doing right now is the best part of this recipe, Amrita, for the children.
Yeah, it's nice, and you know, it's. I mean, मेरा बेटा तो पुरनपोली बहुत enjoy करता है, right? तो I don't need to experiment with it. But the moment you talk about younger children, I think it's not always just taste. It's not just about food feeding your body. It has to feed your soul also. Very often I feel that, you know, there are various ways in which food feeds your soul. And I think one of them is this, where you can incorporate food and learning, because there food is actually also feeding your soul. There is so much more you're experiencing about food. So since you're not doing any cooking, which is very bad, I will carry on with the process. I put my tawa on, which you can hopefully see. And यहाँ मैंने अभी 3 bruschettas बनाए हैं बातें करते करते. तो मैंने ready भी रखे हैं. I'm just showing the process so that I'm sure जब तवे पे बन रहा है, do you think I never really let my son come close to fire. You know, so if I'm actually cooking something on a tawa और कुछ cook हो रहा है literally, तो उस समय I kind of keep him on the side and I give him things which, you know, are easier to do and safer to do. What is your thought on it?
Actually, that's a very, very good and very valid question, Amrita. And you know, that's what I always tell parents or any other caretaker with the child is, always let the child experience everything around you, but we have to be cautious. So it's always nice to let them know the truth. A lot of times we hide the truth from the children, or we, you know, sugarcoat it, and we tell them, you know, we try and scare them about something, and that's when it goes all wrong. But from the very beginning, just say, now, you know, my child knows that this is a bowl. You've said this is salt, right? So you say that that's hot. The first time the child hears it, and say, certain things we can touch, certain things we can't touch. And then that's when the process doesn't become difficult for children to understand that we shouldn't touch that. And what I always do is, I get them to put it on the tawa. I know cooking ki side se shayad wo theek na rahe, but at least they get the satisfaction.
It's okay, because that time is not so hot and not so, you know, so at least I get them how to put it carefully. No, then it's a matter of coordination, I think.
Absolutely. I get them to put it so they get a sense of achievement, you know. Children feel like that. So as mothers, we should actually, you know, encourage that. Okay, you've kept it, and now I'm going to cook it, you know. So it's a collaboration, and they feel like they've been a part of it, you know.
Okay, so let's quickly say hello to people who joined in and are asking some questions before we move on And then, in fact, you can carry on chatting with them while I cook. Like I said, she's not cooking at all. Hi, Suryakant. बहुत लंबा हिंदी में बोला है जो मैं पढ़ नहीं पा रही हूँ. तो आर्तिका, hello, thank you. Mamika Magic was my favorite cookery show even before I got married, says Apurva. Thank you. It's still my favorite show. I hope it continues to be your favorite show. Okay, so Rachna, will you take some of these messages and say hi to people who've joined in?
Sure. I'll just
Sorry, and before you do that, so in the next, in another pan, I'm just making a bit of the topping of our bruschetta. Okay, so I've taken a pan and उसमें मैं dates को मैंने de-seed किया है and मैंने उसे पहले थोड़ा सा गर्म पानी में soak कर दिया था, so they became soft and it was easy to take the seed out. And then I'm going to add some nuts to it and make a nice topping for it. All right.
Awesome.
So I'm starting that on the next in the.
वैसे अमृता मैं मुझे भेज देना, मैं ड्राइवर भेज दूंगी.
बिल्कुल नहीं. Don't even try. You are going to send me what is made at your house today, which your mother-in-law has made.
Done. Absolutely.
आप अपने और अब मैं बोलने वाली थी बच्चों को भेज देना, उन्हें मैं जरूर खिला दूंगी. But unfortunately we can't even do that in the given situation right now.
Yeah. So we'll take some questions. I think someone is saying, could you save it to IGTV? Yes, we'll be saving it for sure on Amrita's handle. So if there's anything you would like to ask, but you know, what Amrita is doing right now, getting everything ready. I also have some seeds, etc. here. Love in air. Hello, everybody. It's really nice to have everybody. Okay, shout out to you. So I got good. You know, bachpan se I used to love good, and my children also love it. You know, when we couldn't give in the snack box any of the, you know, school ke dabbe we are not allowed, right, to give anything meetha. So I used to always.
Really?
Yeah.
ये कैसा स्कूल है?
मैं बोल नहीं सकती हूँ.
स्कूल है, बताओ मुझे.
Yes. So. Also, if anyone has questions, please go ahead and ask us right now. We are just chatting with each other. Would love to answer any of your questions. Okay, so good is again a very, obviously we all know healthy thing, so I put that a lot in the children's thing. Again, this is fantastic because this is easy for the children to break. So just say I'm breaking it now. Again, we are using our hands, fingers here. Hello, chef. Please speak in English. Okay, we'll speak in English as well. So
मुझे बड़ी टेंशन होती है जब मैं हिंदी में बात करती हूँ, लोग बोलते हैं इंग्लिश में बात करो. जब मैं इंग्लिश में बात करती हूँ मुझे डांट पड़ जाती है, अरे आप इंडियन हो के हिंदी में नहीं बात करते हो. देखो आज महाराष्ट्र में मैंने बात नहीं की. कसकाय मुंबई तो मुझे आता है. सत श्री अकाल पंजाबी तो मैं अच्छे खासे बोल सकती हूँ. हिंदी मेरी बहुत अच्छी है, इंग्लिश भी अच्छी है. अब आप बताओ किस लैंग्वेज में बात करनी है ना? रचना, हाउ मेनी लैंग्वेज डू यू नो? हाउ मेनी लैंग्वेजेस डू यू नो?
पंजाबी दी लख लख बधाइयां, गुड़ी पाडवा की हार्दिक शुभेच्छा, उगाड़ी हबादा. I'm wishing in all the languages.
Very nice. That's very, very nice. You know, I have to say this. I'm using a crepe pan to make these Puranpoli because my regular घर का जैसे तवा होता है, it's not like the fanciest, right? तो मैंने कहा चलो crepe pan में बना देते हैं, ज़्यादा सुंदर लगेगा. But they're now looking like crepes. They are not even looking like Puranpolis.
But they're looking beautiful, and I love the oval shape. You know, बच्चों के साथ a lot of mums, you know, you all can all do, whoever's watching, make it fun for them like Amrita is doing right now. I think Amrita अपने oval shape बनाया.
Yes. So I would have loved to, you know, use a cookie cutter and turn them into many different shapes. But Puranpoli का जो mixture है, that would have then come up from the sides. You know, we discussed that. So we couldn't use different shapes. But you can turn it into many shapes, right?
Absolutely. So you have cookie cutters. You can try your hand at that. You know, children are great at coming up with lots of shapes. Mamas, why don't you all tell us if you all have cooked with your toddlers, if you've been brave enough to try and attempt any of this with the children. You can put it down in the comments and we'd love to call it out. I'm sure, Amrita, you're getting an amazing fragrance right now there. And that's what draws children to food. Smell.
The fragrance is amazing. Oh, like it was almost like you read my mind. I'm like, did she really say what I was just about to say? इतनी प्यारी खुशबू आ रही है. You know, and what I love about खुशबू is it kind of also has that nostalgic feel. You know, suddenly आपको याद आ जाएगा आपके बचपन के दिन जब आपकी मम्मी जैसे कड़ा प्रसाद जब मैं बना रही होती हूँ, I automatically get transported to my home before I was married, because it just, you know, I don't know. I think smells have that ability to take you back in time, right? Aromas.
Right. I guess because आपने जब खड़ा प्रसाद बोला, hi Priyanka. Yes, everyone's asking for the recipe. It will be uploaded on Amrita's page.
Yes, we will. Not to worry.
Yes, and I can, you know, Amrita, when you talk about smells, na, anytime I'm cooking something in the kitchen, the girls are running in to come and see what's happening. Because I said, "Kaise pata chala?" She said, "Mom, it's smelling yummy." So now yummy is a taste, and smell is something that we do from our nose, right? But children are fantastic at that. You know, if they just know कि कुछ बन रहा है, so they always say it's smelling yummy.
It's smelling yummy. So here now my nuts are going. Some of the nuts that I have chopped, walnuts, some almonds. I've got some pistachios. आप एक भी डाल सकते हैं, दो भी डाल सकते हैं, नहीं भी डालना है तो भी नहीं डाल सकते. You know, because Puranpoli on its own actually is yummy. But since we are making Puranpoli Bruschettas, we are giving it a bit of a twist. So what's happened here is I have added
look at the colors.
It's soft here, and then I added all these nuts. So can you see that?
Lovely. I love the colors. I like the burst of colors on your pan.
Yes, it's, you know, and the fact is that it's just dried, you know, it's just dry, little bit of dry fruit and all nuts. So it's just amazing how even something so simple can add, you know, such a beautiful feel to everything that you do. I absolutely find nuts very, very healthy also, and I find them give amazing flavor and color to everything that you add them on. Okay, so now these are looking more like Puranpolis. They are getting that little thing, you know. And now I'm using my tons of ghee. And ghee मेरे घर में हमेशा ऐसे एक steel के bowl में रहता है. You know, I don't like those fancy bottles because I think certain things that are traditional should always be traditional.
Someone is asking, क्या बना रहे हो? We are making Puranpolis for Gudi Padwa today. And Amrita is doing a fantastic job, and now my mouth is watering, Amrita.
Not getting it still.
I'm still not getting it, Adam. It's not
Not getting it. Sorry, not Puranpolis. I cannot dare to send Puranpolis to a Maharashtrian family. I'm sorry. इतना guts नहीं है मेरे में. हाँ, मुझे थप्पड़ पड़ेगा, तो I can't attempt that. मैं जब कुछ पंजाबी बनाऊंगी, कुछ ऐसा बनाऊंगी जो स्पेशलिटी है मेरी, तो मैं जरूर शेयर करूंगी उसे.
You know what? I'm sure you're doing a fantastic job with this as well. I'd love to taste it today.
It's lovely.
You know,
just see the color. It's looking so nice now with the ghee.
Yeah.
So
we had so many. Yeah, we had so many colors also going there, right? Understand the recipe. Oops, we did.
Yeah, that's actually very true, and I'm going to then add lots more color to it. Just because this is a toddler recipe, I thought why not kill it? Not the healthiest thing to do, but hey, a little bit of cheating is allowed, right?
And then again, that's a great activity for children. You know, Amrita is going to say, "Har cheez mein I can find something," but that's the truth. Literally, in everything we can, you know, teach our children something or the other. And you know, you did that. Can you shake it again? Can you shake them separately? So that's a different sound. Again, those are like homemade sound shakers for the children.
Oh, nice. And that also gets children quite, you know, activated.
Very interested in learning. It is fantastic because, you know, they learn to discriminate one sound from the other. You know, like how you say, oh, kaun aaya? Like who's coming? You know, the doorbell rang. So where's the sound coming from? So all of this makes children very alert. And you can make lots of things. You know, even the badam and everything that you used, they all do very well as shakers. Each of them have a different, you know,
badam और जो ये nuts होते हैं ना बहुत महंगे होते हैं. तो उनको shakers बनाने के लिए मतलब
चना ले लो. You can take chana, rajma, rice. Yeah.
तो इनफैक्ट ये जो पूरन है, जो मिक्सचर हम बनाते हैं, you had some tips about that also. I remember when we were having the discussion. So you can pick up the chanas.
Yeah. So that's why I've
play
got
with it.
these. That's why I've got this here, and I've got an empty bowl, and I'm actually going to bring it closer so that everybody can see. So when we pick it up, we can count also. The parents can actually go 1, 2 with the child. You can count the twos, 2, 4, 6,
Nice.
8,
Yeah.
and 10. And then we can do few and many, more and less. Now you can see here, Amrita, my bowl is full. This is my bowl and it's full. Right? So we can do full and half. See, and I love to collect all of these things. आज आपके साथ कर रही थी, so I brought everything out.
Oh, nice. It's so pretty.
Yeah, and this has actually also got everything written down. So it's got, you know, for little older children, they can also read it. You can see.
Yeah.
So
What's written? I can't read because ulta ho gaya hai.
Ulta ho gaya. So this is half cup. And then
okay.
This is 1/4 of a cup.
How sweet.
You know? Yes. So this is very good to measure actually for children. So all they have to do is they have to measure it with this, and then they get an understanding of full, empty, half, more, less, all of those things.
Cute.
So that is also a lot of fun. Yeah.
Okay, so while you were having fun with chanas, my Puranpoli children and adults first eat through their eyes. So it's really important that they really like the look of something before they can be expected to eat that. So here is my filling, which now I'm going to top on top of the bruschettas, and I'm going to try and show that to you while I do it.
I love the fact that children can help even here, you know, Amrita.
Yes.
Because they do such a fantastic job. They are born.
Yeah, they'll probably spill lesser than what we will.
And they find
the amount of
different
spilling that's happening here. But
Like-
of course, we are going to then fix it. And
But
what's
you know-
amazing is that it's so healthy. You know, we've got dates here, we've got nuts here, we've got, you know, probably everything under chana dal hai, which is, you know, high protein. So it's really, really a healthy thing. And now I'm going to make it a little unhealthy too and make children happy, because it's also about making them happy. It's about making the mums happy, and it's about making the children happy. So now to make children happy, what do you want to talk about? Colors and the sound. Which color should I use? Come on, let's ask the audience. What do
Come
they
on,
want to
let
use?
us know which colors Amrita should
I have
use.
some red hearts, I have some pink and white and something hearts, and I have some stars here, colorful stars. And then I have, these are too fancy for this. I think I like those better.
I think you can go with the
choose
stars.
color.
I think you can go with the stars.
Stars? Okay, so I'm going with Rachna's choice first. In the first one, I'm adding some stars. Okay.
Again, see, you can do shapes with the children. You have so many, circles, stars, lines, so many things that we can do. And you know, Amrita, what you're doing right now actually gives the children a sense of satisfaction that they have seen something from start to end. So this is like the end of the story for them.
So
Which is the best part, right, always? It is the best part because then you can get to eat it. Yeah.
Okay, so I've got stars. They look nice. Now I'll bring it closer to the camera. What do I do in the second one? Okay, somebody else also said stars. Add small amount of oil. मतलब ये तो चलो डाल दो, सारे डाल दो, बच्चों को खुश कर दो. ठीक है. तो एक में मैं सारे डाल देती हूँ, and एक में मैं hearts डाल देती हूँ, because that's the only thing that's left now. Okay, so I'm going to mix it up with the small hearts here, and एक में red hearts. By the way, आप लोग के घरों में भी आजकल चींटियां आ रही हैं? क्योंकि मेरे घर में बहुत चींटियां आ रही हैं, छोटी वाली, which don't do anything to you. But is it because suddenly the household has become very sweet?
या बहुत मीठी चीजें आप बनाते रहते हो ना पूरा दिन.
या बहुत सारी मीठी चीजें बनाते रहते हैं, तो उसके लिए भी हो सकता है.
And you are also quite sweet yourself, na? You must be attracting them all.
Oh, sweet, thank you. But I want to believe that I was sweet all along. ये सडन प्यार क्यों हो गया चीटियों को मेरे से?
But you're spending more time at home now. Wow, that looks beautiful.
That's true. That's true. Here, this red little heart is
that
here.
Is beautiful.
So can you all see it nicely? Is it properly visible?
Yes. It's visible.
So this has the stars of different colors. This has the hearts and the stars and a little bit of the red hearts. And this has only the red hearts. Yum, yum, yum. Puranpoli Bruschettas.
Now I really wish I was next to you.
I know. It's okay. I will send you some. Don't cry. So
finally,
I will send you. Okay, so I think the recipe is fun. I want to just sum up this whole thing that we did today. We did food with learning, fun with learning, or food with fun. If I had to summarize 4 things that we added to our recipe in terms of, like I'm talking about in particular the recipe that I did Puranpoli Bruschettas. If you had to give me 4 exact learning points that came out of this, could you do that? Could you bullet point it for me? Did you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Sorry, it was frozen for a second.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay. I said कि अगर ये जो रेसिपी मैंने आज बनाई है पूरनपोली ब्रुशेट्टा, इसमें हमने थ्रू आउट कॉन्स्टेंटली कहा कि हम ये कर सकते हैं, इसके साथ ये कर सकते हैं. अगर आपको उसे बुलेट पॉइंट करके मुझे 4 पॉइंटर्स देने हो कि आज हमने what have we learned through food? How did we make food fun? How did we make food learning? How did we bring about the whole festive angle to food? Could you bullet point 4 of these points for me?
Absolutely. I can't go beyond 4 now. Again, I feel like the role is reversed.
You know who this 4 was for, right? Who did I limit this for? We both know that. But please be my guest. You can give 40 for all I get. People will only love it because we're only giving them.
For sure, definitely, we were talking a lot about our motor skills, right? And when we say motor skills, we got fine motor skills, which is anything to do with our hands. Okay, so that's to do with our fingers as well as our palms and the entire hand. Generally, when we talk, we can't segregate it, right? So the children are very clever and they pick it up like that. So when I say we're only using our pinching skills, they'll only do this and then the whole hand like that. So we did a lot of that today, Amrita, with everything that you were talking about.
Yeah. And what I'm going to do is while you're talking, I'll keep showing them that this is what we do. For people who keep joining and wondering what are we relating it to. Okay, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah. And then definitely when you said about festivals, so this morning we put up the Ghee at home. I wish I could show it to you now. Abhi usko ubharna bolte hai, fir you have to remove it as well. So that was another process where they learned a lot of new language, right? Vocabulary, all of that comes in. With everything that you were talking about as well, they learned a lot of math and we did a lot of science, okay? So that's 3 and 4 because like I said, we get a little overwhelmed when we hear the word math and science and things for little children. But this is what we're really doing, we did counting with your elaichi, we did it with your seeds. And something else that you had in the recipe was the mint.
Yes, because then at that time I was going to use the mango. If you remember. I chopped mangoes डालने वाली थी. So yes, let me tell you all this and ये हमेशा मैं अपनी हर रेसिपी में बोलती हूँ, whether मैं वीडियो कर रही हूँ या लाइव, कि रेसिपी हमेशा एक गाइडलाइन होती है. It's a base, give you a little foundation. You can keep adding, you can keep altering, and you can use what you like. If you don't like nuts and you want to use something else, you want to use something which is, also every recipe is about trying to amalgamate 2-3 important things: textures, aroma, flavor. So अगर texture के लिए आपको कुछ और डालना है तो आप कुछ और डाल सकते हैं. And अगर color के लिए आप instead of sprinkles you want to use chocolate chips. In fact, I did have some chocolate chips also over here, which can also be added. And initially मैंने सोचा था कि मैं mango डालूंगी chop करके और उसपे ऊपर वो हरा mint का leaf लगाऊंगी, because again mango and mint is a lovely combination. With elaichi, it's a fabulous combination. So what would you have done with mint if I had used it?
So I've got it right here. We've got the mint here. So, this is excellent for symmetry to teach children because the leaves, I'm going to bring it closer, they've got a vein in the middle, right? And it's always the same on both sides. right? It's always the same. And a lot of our leafy vegetables like all your methi and your palak and all of this is fantastic to teach children symmetry and different shades. Just say you want a green blouse, it's called a parrot green, right? If I'm correct. Then you've got the mint green and you've got, the pista green. So you've got different, again, you're bringing in colors, you're bringing in new vocabulary. So we're doing a lot with the children. When you talk about the mango, we talk about the seeds inside. So you use dates. So which are the seeds which are edible, not edible? Obviously the mango seed we can't eat. It's the biggest seed you find in a fruit. So there's lots that's happening there, lots that we can do.
And we went beyond 4. Lot beyond 4. But why I said that, the whole idea was to tell people, ये सबके लिए है कि आप learning आराम से किसी भी रेसिपी में आप ट्रेडिशनल दाल भी बना रहे हो, उसमें करी पत्ता डाल रहे हो, तो जब आप उस करी पत्ता को गिनोगे तो वो भी एक तो पिंसर मूवमेंट भी है, उसको निकालना, फिर उसी कलर को देखना, उसे काउंट करना, मतलब 3 चीजें तो वहीं पे आ गई. तो आप कुछ भी, उसके लिए जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको ब्रुशेटास बनाने हैं या आपको कुछ फैंसी बनाना है. ये तो हम जब इंस्टाग्राम लाइव करते हैं तो हमें हर चीज में थोड़ा ट्विस्ट डालना है. बट द पॉइंट इज कि आप बेसिक से बेसिक जो अपने घर में हर दिन बनाते हैं उसके थ्रू भी आप बहुत सारी लर्निंग इनकॉर्पोरेट कर सकते हैं. एंड यू विल बी अमेज्ड, अगर आप उस पर थोड़ा सा ध्यान दें, यू विल बी अमेज्ड एज टू हाउ मच यू कैन टीच योर चिल्ड्रन थ्रू फूड. And that was the whole idea about doing this live. It was a kind of an introduction to what I am planning to do in future. अभी तो pandemic का वक्त चल रहा है तो हम मिल नहीं सकते. But this is how I am planning to make my Toddler Tuesday property into a lot more valuable for you all. And I hope you enjoy this whole process. And I hope you send me your feedback and tell me how this works for you guys. So Rachna, thank you. It was really nice to have you. If we want to just quickly look at any more questions that have come, we can. And if you want to say hellos and address people, Varun, thank you. I am looking traditional indeed, rather too traditional. I will do a full catwalk for you all when I'm alone, just before I end it. So this
not
is
at all. You're not looking too traditional. You're looking absolutely like a Maharashtrian.
Thank you.
And you're very beautiful.
I'm happy that I can look like a Maharashtrian and I can do justice. Because I think Maharashtrian women are so beautiful, and when they dress up like this, I'm in awe. They look just so stunning. So if I can look even 1% of that, I'll be very thrilled.
You're looking pakka Maharashtrian, and I'm going to get a lot of questions now why I wasn't dressed.
Yeah, well, now I put you into trouble. But thank you, Rachna, for doing this. It was really good fun. I hope you enjoyed it, and
I loved it. Thank you so much.
Again, very soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Amrita. And it's given me also so much insight into all the things that you do. And it's not easy doing what you're doing there right now, I know. Especially after the day you had today. So I'm really, yes. So kudos to
should I
you.
tell you all about my day? Look at this.
Yes.
Look at this. I went cycling today and I fell flat out on Pedder Road. And मुझे आज गुड़ी पड़वा था, बैसाखी थी, उगादी भी है. So I think इतने सारे festivals थे और मैंने सुबह मैं अपना पूजा करके निकली थी. So I think भगवान ने मुझे literally आज बना दिया. In fact, that is why we moved the time of the live also, because I needed to take a painkiller and rest. So that's what happened. But see, all's well that ends well. I'm standing here in front of you all, and I'm happy. I think it's all your love and blessing. Also, all the people who follow me, and I get such lovely messages, Rachna.
I'm
and
sure.
I want to, talk about it a little bit. It's just so encouraging. It's so, lovely. Even you said, people watch and you all watch the recipe. It's that, validation that makes you keep going on and working harder for this. So thank you.
Absolutely. Like I said before also, not only me, but my whole khandan, idhar ka, udhar ka, everybody, my friends, they're all big fans, and rightly so, no?
Thank you, Rachna. Thank you for joining me, and thank you all for joining me. And bye, and see you very, very soon, Rachna. And
yes,
I promise, I am going to do a
send me Puranpoli. You're going to send me Puranpoli.
And I'm sending you the Puranpoli. That's my promise to you, and the promise to audience is to do a little catwalk and show them my entire look. So I'm going to do that now. Bye, Rachna.
Bye. See you.
Okay. Okay. Time to show you my attire for all those who joined in late. Maharashtrian Mulgi. And that is the way I'm looking. And today too, my girls and everybody just dressed me up. See, they made me wear gajra. उन्होंने मेरे बाल बनाए हैं. ये जो बिंदी है, which is a traditional Maharashtrian bindi. और भी ज्वेलरी पहनाई थी. मैंने फाइनली निकाल दिया लाइव के पहले. मैंने कहा, लगेगा कि मैं किसी की शादी पे जा रही हूँ. तो थोड़ी सी मैंने निकाल दी. ये सारी चूड़ियां मैंने पहनी. And I have to say, मुझे बहुत मजा आया. And I think I also love this attire. So I might wear it more often. So like I promised, I hope you like my little Nawari sari look. And you know what is the, I was reading up about it. What is the logic and why Maharashtrian women started wearing it? Because they were helping their Maratha warrior husbands. And they didn't want the sari to come in the way of fighting a battle or to help them. So it was really a wonderful way to create this sari. क्योंकि ये साड़ी भी है तो ट्रेडिशन का ट्रेडिशन भी है लेकिन है एक्चुअली पैंट्स की तरह because like I mean you can see it right. I know that may be looking odd but I can literally go cycling in this. So I think it's just beautiful. I think these traditions are wonderful and if we can carry them on forever, I think that's what makes India so wonderful. All our different cultures, our religions. आज by the way रमजान भी शुरू हुआ है और कल मैं रमजान के लिए फास्टिंग जो लोग कर रहे हैं तोड़ेंगे उनके लिए मैं बहुत ही प्यारी एक रेसिपी भी शेयर करने वाली हूँ. So today even that auspicious beginning of Ramadan has started. So Ugadi, Gudi Padwa, Vaisakhi, Ramadan. I mean, that's why I got saved. I think it's truly a blessed day. So I think all of you should take a little moment to be with yourself and to connect with the Almighty above, because I think it's a really, really, auspicious day. We are all here today. We are in the middle of a pandemic. And this one, the second wave, is worse than the first one. It's really, really dangerous to go out there without a mask. So please, guys, don't take this lightly. I know everybody has become very serious. I know everybody's following all the rules. Just keep doing that. I know it's tough. बहुत time हो गया. We are all frustrated. We all want to get out. If you have to get out, but do it safely, guys. So on that note, stay safe. Happy Gudi Padwa. Happy Vaisakhi. Ramadan के लिए